lot of SEOs tend to overlook one of the most important aspects, which is anchor text. And yes, it's boring, but it's very important, and I promise to keep this video short. If you use some kind of strict guideline with percentages like 20% here, 10% there, 30% there, you're doing it wrong, and it's not going to look natural. The reason why is because there's a key that is missing from your equation, and that key is the type of link. We base our anchor text on the types of links that we're building or that we're getting. So if you're not doing that, you're in trouble, but don't worry, because I'm gonna help you. So let's hop over to my computer and I'll show you exactly how you should be thinking about and using anchor text in your SEO strategy.
Chances are you're using anchor text the wrong way in your SEO strategy. Anchor text is extremely powerful, and it's important that you use it the right way. So in this video, I'm going to show you a simple way to think about anchor text to make sure that your profiles end up looking natural. Of course, it's impossible to actually have them be natural. We're gaming the system here, hence it's not natural, but we're going to achieve almost natural anchor text profiles. Okay, so basically hashtag no makeup, all natural. So quick intro, what is anchor text? So anchor text is basically just the clickable text in a hyperlink, right? So you can see an example paragraph here. In this paragraph, the anchor text are two links. The anchor text for the first link is Sean Parker. He's a cool guy. And the second anchor text is about Pop Store Lord whatever. Okay, so those are the two links in this paragraph, and that's the anchor text that is being used. Pretty simple. It's a very, very big part of SEO. I'm going to assume that you pretty much know what it is. So what does an all-natural anchor text profile look like? Well, here's apple.com. And one thing you're going to notice right away is that a majority of the anchor text, a big chunk, is other anchor text. It takes up 43%. It's even higher for a lot of the other bigger websites like Google, Yahoo, whatever, right? But I decided to pick Apple because I like Apple. So anyways, the other thing you're going to notice is that Apple itself takes up 25%, so big brand chunk right there. The rest is like URL, naked anchor text, and then everything else is just other. It's just like all over the place, like some of their products, but majority of the anchor text is really just other, right? And that's the way it should be. That's natural, because if everybody's linking to your site, they're not going to be like calling each other like, hey, what anchor text should we use? No, you just kind of make it fit into your content. That's what a contextual link is. So when you're building PBN links, it's inside of your content. And if someone is actually like really linking out to a site, I'm not talking about for SEO purposes, but they're just blogging away and they're linking to Apple, they're not thinking about like what anchor text they're using. They're just like selecting a random sentence or a few words out of the content that fits naturally, and they're linking that off to the site. So that's kind of how we have to think about it. So following a strict anchor text ratio guideline is not natural. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world. I get it kind of looks natural, but if you're like, okay, I need to do 20% URL anchor text, 20% branded, 10% generic, it's just not a good way to go about things. Like, it's just not natural. And the thing is, the key when it comes to anchor text is that you have to use the appropriate type of anchor text for different types of links. And I promise this is very, very simple. You're going to understand what I mean in just a second. So when you're getting links like profile links, citations for local websites, directory links, resource links, it's not a contextual link. So the only types of links that you're going to be getting from those types, profile, citations, etc., are going to be branded and naked URL. That is it. It should be 100% those types of links. See, we're not following a 20%, 20%, 10%, 5% guideline, because we know for these types of links, it needs to be 100% branded and 100% naked URL, either or. So I guess I should say 50-50, but it doesn't have to be. You can mix and match, whatever. The point is we're branded and naked URL. So for example, drip apps, or for naked URL, dripapps.com, or http dripapps.com. Now, these are the types of links. You can easily order these on like Fiverr. We'll get there in a sec. But these links should be going to to the homepage of your money site nearly 100% of the time. When you have a link in your profile, say it's like a LinkedIn profile, and it's going to your site, you're not linking to like a random blog post. No, that doesn't make sense. That's unnatural. Google's going to know you're trying to game the system. I mean, think about it. If you create a profile on LinkedIn and you're linking to your site out of the profile, you're linking to the homepage. You're trying to show off your site. I mean, that's where these types of links should be going, especially for citations, local sites, directories. They're all going to the homepage. You can easily purchase, like I said, these types of links like profiles, citations on Fiverr and in other places. Just be careful. Make sure to find good suppliers and good gigs on that site. But it's not hard to go out there and create some profile links. The next type is blog comments in social shares. With blog comments in social shares, it's going to be naked URL pretty much 100% of the time. So if you go on a WordPress blog to comment and they have a URL spot, obviously you can't put anchor text there. It's just going to be a branded, it's just going to be a naked URL. So that's pretty self-explanatory. These links, though, they should be split between the homepage, product pages, and blog post pages. So you can kind of mix and match there. Now, the next type of link is like media coverage, outreach, and press releases. So if you're doing press releases or, if you're getting media coverage for your company or for your website, whatever, or those types of links, you're going to be mixing and matching between pretty much every different type of anchor text here. So we have naked URL, branded. Those are going to be the two most popular. So if you have a press release or something and you're trying to brand your site, you should be using naked URL or brand there. And the other types are generic, which is also kind of popular, like read more, visit website, because if you're on a news site or whatever, those are just the type of anchors that they use. And then rarely it will be actual anchors. For example, in this case, like learn SEO. Rarely. For the most part, it's going to be these top three. Okay. For media coverage, outreach, and press releases, these types of links should be between the homepage, product pages, and rarely blog post pages, mostly homepage and product pages. So for example, like dripapps.com, we have a new product and we have that product page or whatever. We could, release a press release going to that product page, and that's pretty natural. So just something to think about. Now, the big type of link here is contextual links. So this is going to be any PBNs that you build, or if you work your butt off and go get a guest post on a related website or something like that, you're going to be using these are going to be contextual links. So you're going to be using anchors 100% of the time. 100% of the time, or should I say 95% of the time. Because what a lot of you guys are doing, you're taking your PBNs and you're going, okay, I need 20% or no, 10% of my anchors. Then I'm going to do 40% branded and URL. That doesn't make sense. That is not natural at all. Contextual links are not supposed to be URLs and brand names. Nobody does that. Think about it. Go on a real blog. Go on like Wikipedia or something and look at the anchors. Are they just putting naked URLs? No, that is a horrible user experience. They're putting words that make sense. They fit into the content, and that is the anchor text. So almost 95 to 100% of the time, you're using anchors. If you're building contextual links, you're using anchors. So these could be money keywords, but mostly this is other. Okay, so you're pretty much changing it up every single time. So for example, a contextual link could be, the anchor for one could be 2015 SEO strategy for Drip Apps. So these links are mainly going to be going to content pages, blog posts, and product service pages. For the most part, they are going to blog posts. It's very unnatural to link to the homepage from a contextual link. Just think about it again. If you're on a blog and someone links out to another resource like horseback riding tips, it doesn't make sense necessarily to go to the homepage. Sometimes it does, but for the most part, it's going to be going to a blog post about horse riding tips. So something to think about there. When you're linking to your money site from PBNs, most of the time you're going to be linking to different pages on your PBN, different post pages, other content pages, and that's what's going to look natural. You're not just linking to the homepage every single time. So one thing to remember is that the majority of any natural anchor text profile is other. So what you need to do is continue to change your anchors for a contextual link. So when you're building, PBN after PBN, just continue to change it up. So instead of using make money online 50 times in a row, you can just use some of these examples right here, like the best ways to make money online or on the web, building an income online, internet marketing money methods, making a six-figure income online, etc. So you just go through, you change it up a little bit, and that way, it's all showing up as other, because it's just not, you're not getting 50 links that all say make money online going to the homepage. Hopefully you can understand why that doesn't look natural. So that is pretty much all. One thing to keep in mind is that anchor text is extremely powerful. It's one of the main ranking factors. So make sure to use it the right way and get the most out of it. Hopefully you enjoyed this post, picked up a few golden nuggets. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Happy to hear from you. Go ahead and share this post. And with that being said, I will see you next time.